Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play of Nancy Drew. When we last left off, we made a phone call to Bess and George, and now we're going to head to Taylor Sinclair's office because we gotta talk to him about something that he is stressed out about. So let's see if he's there.
It's about time! Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass! Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
No, thank you. You said Beach Hill is in jeopardy. I need to know why.
The art world is being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Do you think there's a connection between the two thefts?
Who knows? I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly state-of-the-art. I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
With so much writing on this exhibit? How can that be?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
I'll do my best, but it sounds like what you really need is a new breed of police dog.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Modest mouse? Most people call me Nosy Parker. But anyway, tell me something about the art business. Is that a contemporary painting?
You bet your socks it is. Would you believe I dug it up in my backyard?
No, but I could humor you. I guess that would make the painting a genuine artifact?
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I don't know.
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown, those were the days.
What crackdown?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground, a lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
We're just getting some information about what's happening here.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. Okay, now it's time to head on out. And I think we're going to have to go back to the museum because there's certain things that we need to do here. And it's the middle of the daytime. So I think what we need to do is that we need to solve that puzzle right over here. And I think the way to solve it is like this. Let's see here. I think this one goes here too. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. No, this goes here. This goes here. And you have to basically solve this puzzle according to what you saw on the laptop here. So I think this goes here. This here. Go here. Now, it has not been a while since I've done a Nancy Drew game, even though it's been a while since I played it. But I never played the Secrets of the Scarlet Hand because I did not have a physical copy of it. However, I did manage to, you know, look it up at some point. I will not say too much about it, but let's just say that, okay, this one I believe goes somewhere like over here. And this, we're doing the switch. Let's see. What can I remember about this puzzle? Okay, so what I remember is that I believe, let's see. I believe this goes here. This goes here. And this one goes right over here. And we're doing a bit of a switcheroo going on here. And switching up a bit. Hold on. I wonder if this is how you solve it, but I don't know just yet. Let's see. I truly believe that in order to solve this puzzle, it has to be when Nancy says that looks right. But so far, let's see. So far, I'm not sure if I did this right. It seems like it's accurately correct, but I have a feeling that I'm missing something here. I might have missed something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm doing this correct. Hold on. It seems like I am doing this correct, but I have a feeling that this is a glitch issue. I don't know if there's a glitch going on in this game, but I think Nancy was supposed to say something like, "That looks right." But there is something that we need to do. We need to check mark this.
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
As you can see, as you can see right here, I checked everything except for this. So I think numbering the exhibit things may be the puzzle that... Oh my goodness! The puzzle that we need to solve.
Beach Hill's been hit. Sit tight, Nancy. The police are on their way.
Wow, I totally forgot about this. Well, I didn't forget. But... apparently, there is this one moment of the scene where something just happened. Hold on. I think it looks identical.
That looks right.
There we go. There we go. Now I see what the problem is. There's this one piece that looks too identical. And yeah. So I solved that problem. Okay, so now I know exactly what I did wrong. Okay, so we got our task done.
You have voicemail. Press 0 to retrieve messages.
Nancy, hi. It's Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... this theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but if you can do a little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
To replay messages, press...
Okay, so that's Franklin Rose. He needs help with this whole Pakal thing. Also, we need to look up this thing, which has something to do with later on in the game. Trying to see if there's something else. No. And oh yeah, there's also this number that we need to call here later on in the game as well. Uh-oh, it looks like Hendrik is not here. And we can look up this thing, but we can't look up all the way. So, right now, let's go ahead and talk to Joanna. Let's go ahead and talk to Joanna right now. And let me see what time it is.
Come in.
Okay, she's here.
Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
I'd like to have a look at the crime scene myself. Did the police turn up any clues?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
Great. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Go to it.
Okay. So, we gotta talk to Joanna, basically because there is some... Basically because we had to look up the crime scene. We had to ask permission before doing so. And I'm trying to oh, okay, it's in the middle section. And the Pakal artifact is missing. But we don't know exactly where is it at right now. We don't know exactly where is it at right now. Oh. But what we do know for sure is that we need to talk. I think we need to talk to Joanna again. It hasn't been a while since I played this, but I'm trying to remember.
Need something?
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph, you know.
Okay, great. Did you happen to see the thief's message?
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "the curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
Okay.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Okay, so we got permission to do some analyzation of that, of the handprint on this paper here. We're gonna go inside the laboratory, and I think what we need to do is to go here. Oh, wait a minute. I have to do this first.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance. That doesn't match.
I know that, Nancy. I'm just trying to figure out if this is what I need to do. Do I compare it first and then use the arrows to, like, figure out the match?
That's it! That doesn't work.
Okay. So I'm done here. Now I just gotta figure out the information.
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury. S stands for sulfur.
That's where we find out
So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
So we found out that the handprint itself was made of mercury and sulfur. So now we know exactly Now we know exactly, like... No. I don't want to go to the shipping. Close the door. Go back. We got... we also gotta look at these things right here. You're probably thinking it's not important, but...
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
that it's only important because what Prudence works for. So now we got to talk.
Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
I see.
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
Even Joanna doesn't know where he's at. What a shame. But anyways, we're not close to the end of the game, but we are getting close to figure out the situation. We still haven't found Hendrik right now, but we gotta go to the lab and make a phone call of someone. And I think it's the microscopic doctors, but I don't know. So it's 202-555-3303. Let's try that.
You have no voicemail.
That's not what I want to do.
You have no...
There we go.
Does your microscope have the sniffles? A teensy-weensy case of the snuffles? With regular tune-ups, you can keep your most sensitive and beloved tool in tip-top condition. This is Dr. Bob Bobson, the microscope doctor. I'm in Maui until the end of the month, but if you call back in the near future, we can set up an appointment. Until then, aloha!
Well, that's unfortunate. That is totally unfortunate. So now, we gotta figure out who else that we can call right now. I think we need to call this person right here. 555 6766.
You have...
555
Keep it real. Max speaking.
Hi, I'm the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill Museum. I wonder if you could answer a couple of questions for me about our ordering history.
Well, hello there, Beach Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
You're sure it was last week?
Well, that's what it says here.
Do you know who placed that order?
The initials on the order are JR.
JR. I wonder what that means.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all. It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked up the package?
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
So there hasn't been a holdup at the distributor or anything like that?
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used the top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Judging by the impression it left, I'd have to agree that the quality was fine.
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Toxic?
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
Okay. So we're not getting anywhere. So I don't know if we have to talk to Joanna about this, but let's see. Let's see, I don't know where I'm supposed to go next. Not next. I don't know what am I supposed to do? Uh-oh.
Henrik! Henrik!
Oh, no.
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid.
Do you think he just fell, Nancy?
Or was he pushed?
Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours.
Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first.
George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
So we talked to Bess and George about this whole thing. Well, technically about Henrik failing. But I'm going to have to save here because I need to end this part. So stay tuned for more as we try to figure out what happened to Hendrik or what is going on with this whole museum issue. So until next time, this is yours truly signing off.